The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. This Cannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Sarah Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. WPIAL non-section softball here on this Saturday afternoon as the Charleroi Cougars play host to the Frazier Commodores. As this was originally slated for the season opener, cold weather decided to push that game off from happening as we get set for non-section softball. Charleroi, what will be their 5th game of the season, as Frazier playing just their 2nd game of the year. They canceled yesterday versus Carmichael's. Now looking to finally get back on the field against Charleroi here this afternoon. Still some weather in the area, but absolutely beautiful when it comes to temperature here this afternoon from Charleroi, as we get set to get underway between the Cougars and the Commodores, as former section rivals now meeting here in non-section softball action. Coach Donnie Hartman's squad taking on Coach Trey Tillman's squad this afternoon. Frazier looking for their first win of the season after falling to Jefferson Morgan in their opening game of the year. On the other side for the Frazier Commodores, for Charleroi looking for their 3rd win of the season. 2-2 is Charleroi on the year, as they have victories over both Mapletown and Ringgold, lost to Mount Pleasant 10-4, and Weir, West Virginia, in a 12-2 game. Frazier 6-4 lost to Jefferson Morgan. As Hewart on the hill, Peyton Hewart, a 1.75 ERA, 4 innings pitched, 1 run against, 3 hits allowed, 1 walk. She will go up against this Commodore lineup. It will be Addison Howes, the sophomore pitcher, leading off. Zoe Zarensky, the freshman, out in right field. She'll bat second, with Grace Vaughn, the senior third baseman, in the 3-hole. Batting cleanup, Grace Palcabla, the sophomore center fielder. Emmy Travalina will follow at the designated player position, batting for Delaney Anderson, who's out in left field today. Then it's Morgan Fisher, the freshman catcher. Grayson Hartman bats 7th, the senior shortstop. Melina Burton will follow in the 8-hole. The junior will be at first base, and Jayana Saferno rounds out the starting lineup. In the 9-hole for the Commodores, Hal, Zarensky, Vaughn, Pacabla, along with Travalina, Fisher, Hartman, Burton, and Saferno. And Frazier without their starting catcher for the season, and Emmy Bednar, as the Commodores will take on the Cougars. Will step aside, playing the national anthem, come back, and first pitch when we come back right here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. anthem played. Softball on deck here on MVI Live as it's the Cougars, it's the Commodores non-section Mon Valley matchup here this evening or afternoon on MVI Live. Yesterday we started and did not finish as rain took away the Bell Vernon game and South Park game, is hoping to get this one in here this afternoon between the Commodores and the Cougars. Addison Howe, Zoe Zarensky, Grace Vaughn, Grace Pacabla, along with Emmy Travelina, along with Fisher, Hartman, Burton, and Saferno. That's the starting lineup for the Commodores as they will go against the Southpaw Peyton Hewart, making her second appearance on the hill this season. Frazier and Charleroi, former section foes. Charleroi coming off a section championship, moving up from, or section runner-up, I should say, to the Bentworth Bearcats, led by Sydney Gonglick. But again, Charleroi kind of happy to be moving up in classification from 2A to 3A, getting away from the Bentworth Ace and Sydney Gonglick as they stay down in 2A. Frazier now moving back up to the 2A classification here this year as well, as Addison Howes will oppose Peyton Hewart to start, as that is also your pitching matchup this afternoon. Charleroi 32 runs for, 30 against, hitting .310 at the dish. ERA as a squad, 3.85, giving up 36 hits, 13 earned runs, 30 overall given up this season by the Cougars. They've walked 5 while striking out 11, as it's going to be the Commodores. Addison Howes, the sophomore, will lead off for Frazier this afternoon as the Commodores meet the Cougars. As, again, this game originally supposed to be the opening tilt of the season, was delayed due to cold weather here. Field was in good condition, but again, as it always in southwestern PA, these early spring games not always the most easy to get in. Again, we'll see kind of what happens today with the weather. Is it going to continue to break up like it's appearing it's going to, or are we going to get a little wet today? Looks like we should be at least clean for the first hour of this game. As Peyton Hewart, the freshman, 1.75 earned run average, will take on Addison Howes, the southpaw in the circle for the Charleroi Cougars. Again, they had a lefty for years that was also talented in the likes of Sophia Salaski, part of that talent group that graduated from last year's Charleroi. As first pitch on Addison Howes underway at 12 even this afternoon. Hewart comes home. Howes right back up the gut, and it's a leadoff single for the Commodore sophomore. So Addison Howes on first, nobody out. As Frazier, first hit of the afternoon, first batter of the afternoon. So one on, nobody out for Zoe Zarensky, the freshman right fielder. Howes at first. Zarensky at the dish, left on left matchup. And a little swinging bunt back to the circle. Hewitt on to first. As over at the first base bag, Bruner reels it in. On to second goes Howe. 1-3 goes the put out. Bruner at first. Blouse at second. Pendo at short. As Charlton at third for the Charleroi Cougars. Stringer Smith back behind the plate. Powell, Scoble, and DePetri Antonio out in right for Charleroi. Runner at second. One away, first pitch, Grace Vaughn takes strike one. Division I softball commit Grace Vaughn digs in, runner in scoring position. Frazier hasn't led in a game this year, in just their second game of the season. Was unable to ever pick up the lead against Jeff Morgan as Vaughn out in front, pulls it left side foul. Now 0-2 on Grace Vaughn. East Tennessee State softball commit, 4-year starter for the Commodores. 4-year starter both on volleyball and softball for Frazier. As a lefty, Hewitt's just given up one run this year. Vaughn trying to make it two. The 0-2 to Grace. Ground ball right back up the middle. Second baseman Blouse over to Bruner. On the play, moving to third is Addison Howe. So a runner at third now with two down. And it's going to take a two-out knock by Grace Pacabla. 4-3, Vaughn retired. On to third, Addison Howes. So Pacabla, big-time power bat for Frazier. Short porch all around here at Charleroi. Very indicative to the deep ball. As the freshman Peyton Hewitt trying to get out of the first inning unscathed. First pitch up high, ball one to Grace Pacabla. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Addison Howells at third. Frazier looking to cross the first run of the game onto the board. As Hewitt once again rocks and deals. Skied, right side up, out. 1-1 now on the sophomore Pacabla. Addison Howells leadoff single, advanced to second on the Zarensky ground out, moved to third on the Vaughn ground out. One count, 2 outs. Howells at third. Hewitt checks the sign on the wrist. Pitch comes home, up off the backstop. Count now 1-2. Digging back in, Pacabla. Pacabla. The 1-2 home to Grace. Fouled off once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Addison Howells over at third for Frazier. One, 2 on Pacabla. Howells still standing just 60 feet away at third. Pitch comes home to Pacabla. That's a little looper right into the glove of Avery Pendo. So the leadoff walk does not come back to bite the Cougars. As we'll head to the bottom of the first, Frazier. No runs on 1 hit. No errors in the Commodore strand 1. We've played 1/2 inning here this afternoon from Charleroi. Your score, the Commodores 0. The Cougars coming to bat right here on MVI Live. And MVI Live, we'd like to also remind you to make sure this upcoming weekend, check out the Mon Valley Home Show at the CFS Bank Event Center, formerly the Ice Garden. 2025 Mon Valley Home Show, April 4th through the 6th, formerly at the Rostraver Ice Garden, now CFS Bank Event Center, 111 Gallatin Road in Rostraver. As make sure you check out all the great Mon Valley vendors at the Mon Valley Home Show. 2025, April 4th through the 6th. So coming up this weekend, the Mon Valley Home Show at the CFS Bank Event Center. As it's the Commodores, it's the Cougars, it's Addison Howells on the bump as she will go against this lineup for the Charleroi Cougars. Avery Pendo, the senior shortstop, will lead things off, as she'll be followed by Emma Scoble. Scoble, 385 hitter on the season, the senior out in center field. Sophomore Ariana Blouse, the sophomore second baseman, batting 643. She's in the 3-hole. As Lila Bruner, the junior first baseman, 500 hitter on the season, 1 long ball, 7 ribbies, bats in the cleanup spot. Zoe Charlton, the freshman third baseman, will follow. Nora Stringa-Smith, the freshman catcher, she bats in the 6th spot. Batting 7th, that's Raya Petri Antonio, the freshman right fielder, followed by the pitcher Peyton Hewitt and London Powell, the freshman left fielder. Pendo, Scoble, Blouse, Bruner, Charlton, Stringa-Smith, DePetri Antonio, Hewitt, and Powell for Coach Trey Tillman and the Charleroi Cougars. Sun peeking through the clouds here on this Saturday afternoon. Addison Howells at the dish on the bump for Frazier against Avery Pendo. As Pendo slams one off the backstop, strike 1 on Avery Pendo. 182 on the year for the speedy Pendo. She's stolen 4 bases in 4 games as well. Has been a starter since her freshman year. One and one now on Avery Pendo. Nobody on, nobody out. Addison Howells on the bump for Frazier, trying to help the Commodores claim win number 1 on the season. Avery Pendo in her first AB. was able to find a long ball against Yak. That was off of Emma Augustine. Bunt shown by Pendo, pulled back, now 2-1. That was actually at Frazier, that first AB and first home run for Avery Pendo. Pair of freshman long balls in that game. The other one was by Adoria Waldier for Yak to win it. As Pendo works ahead, 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. Scoreless game between the Cougars and the Commodores. 3-1 by Howes, up high, and it's a leadoff walk. Avery Pendo aboard to start the afternoon for Charleroi. Again, 4 stolen bases on the air for Avery Pendo. The speedy senior aboard for the other senior, Emma Scoble, batting .385 with 3 runs batted in this year. So Pendo at first, nobody out. Scoble, one of 2 seniors on this 12-player roster for the Charleroi Cougars. 50% of Charleroi's roster is freshmen. The final 5 batters, all freshmen. 2 seniors, 1 junior, a sophomore, and 5 freshmen for Coach Tillman in his 12th year. As a swinging slapper foul down the third base line for strike 1 on the senior Scoble. Go senior, senior, sophomore, junior, then freshman the rest of the way. 1 on, nobody out here in the top or home half of inning number 1. Pendo a leadoff free pass. Howes comes home. That one slap foul left side. And out quickly 0-2 on Emma Scoble, the senior center fielder. Pendo at first, nobody out, 0-2 up high, no chase by Scoble. Fisher watches Pendo back to the bag. Leadoff walk, now Pendo stands at first, 1-2 count on the senior center fielder, Emma Scoble. Frazier stranded a runner at third, back in the first. As that one fouled off once again. 1 on, nobody out. Pendo at first, another 1-2 home, again fouled off, back behind the dish. As Scoble spoiling a plethora of pitches. Again, .385, making life miserable right now for the sophomore Commodore right-hander. Just 4 returning starters for this Charleroi group, looking for their 6th straight playoff appearance. And there's strike 3, looking snap throw back to first. In and out of the glove of Burton, but a punch out for out number 1. As the Commodores, Howes able to fan Scoble. It's Howes pitching, Fisher catching, Burton at first, Zaferno at second, with Hartman at short and Vaughn at the hot corner for the Commodores. Anderson, Pacabla, along with Zarensky left to right in the Frazier outfield. 1 out, 1 on. The 3-hole hitter, Blouse, .643 through 4 games this year. Takes outside, ball 1. And Fisher replacing Emmy Bednar back behind the dish, out with an injury this year for the Commodores. Howes comes home. Blouse fouls it off right side, up and out of play. 1-1, 1 out. Pendo stands at first for Charleroi. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the first. Pitch comes home, fouled off into the ground right off of home plate. Now 1-2. Pendo at first. Pitch comes home by Howes, low. Pendo takes off, gets away, and Avery into second. Avery took off either way, but through the wickets of Fisher, a stolen base, number 5 on the season for Avery Pendo. Acting like a traditional leadoff pitch comes home, line by Blouse. That one gets foul down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Cougars looking for their first run of the game. Pendo at second, the 2-2. Fouled off once again. Blouse stays alive here in the top of home half of inning number 1. Avery Pendo out at second. 1 on, 1 down. As Blouse opposite field, dropping towards the line, ranging over. Zarensky makes the grab. Tagging up is Pendo. Pendo going home. She'll score. Avery Pendo takes advantage. As Pendo rounds third non-stop, Avery Pendo in to score. It's an F9 for Blouse. Pendo comes in to score. So Pendo scores from second, and it's 1-0 Charleroi with 2 outs here in the first. Base is empty. So Avery Pendo just running around the bases, a swipe, and then taking 2 on the tag up. Pitch by House. First pitch swinging. Bruner lines one right back up the gut. First hit of the day for the Cougars is a Lila Bruner single. 500 hitter on the year. Has been the best hitter for Charleroi. Long ball, RBI, and a long ball, 7 RBI. 500 hitter, and now another hit on the season there for Bruner. 2 outs. Charlton, the freshman third baseman. Charlton, 200 hitter on the season. Takes ball 1. Stringer Smith on deck, the catcher. If it gets that far, House trying to limit the damage to 1. As Addison framed on the outside by Fisher. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1-0 Cougars lead here in the home half of the first. Avery Pendo advancing from second to home on the fly out. As that one misses low and away, 2-1. Runner at first, 2 away. 2-1 home by Howes, misses again. Drops out of the zone. 3-1 count. Cougars looking for back-to-back 2-out base runners here in the bottom of the first, leading 1-0. Howes rocks and deals. Pulled left side, foul. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Lila Bruner out at first for Charleroi. 1-0 Cougars on top. Avery Pendo scoring from second on the Blouse flyout. Payoff pitch by Howes, and Addison Howes misses outside, ball 4. Second free pass of the afternoon. So runners at first and second with 2 down for Nori Stringer Smith, the freshman catcher. Two outs, 1 in, 2 on. It's the 6-hole catcher, 6-hole hitter catcher Stringer Smith taking strike 1. Bruner at second, Charlton at first, liner out to Saferno, and Jayana puts leather the ball. It's an L4 to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, a couple of free passes, and 2 Cougars left aboard the base path. But one chapter has come to a close, and it's Charleroi 1, Frazier nothing. Right here on your home from On Valley Athletics, MVI Live. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. One chapter in the books, your score, the Cougars 1, the Commodores 0 here on MVI Live. As Avery Pendo scoring from second on a fly ball, coming all the way home. The senior showing off her speed. Travelina, the freshman DP, Morgan Fisher and Grayson Hartman, freshman, senior, due up here this inning for the Commodores. Looking to tie the game. Frazier stranded a runner back in the first inning at third, and Addison Howes. And Charleroi able to bounce back and add a run here in the home half of the first. The freshman Hewitt trying to continue to find a way to deal this afternoon after a great start to the afternoon by Hewitt. Emmy Travelina, the freshman DP, first trip to the dish here this afternoon for the Commodores. Frazier, one hit so far, stranded a runner at third in the first against the freshman. Just one run against the freshman in 5 innings this season as Hewitt comes home. Ball one to Travelina. .1-0 on Travelina. Peyton Hewitt rocks and fires home. Travelina skies it up out of play. Count evens up, 1 ball. 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out here in the top of inning number 2. So we made it about as far as we did in yesterday's game before we ended up postponing Charleroi and South Park. Or excuse me, Frazier, Belle Vernon and South Park. Get it right eventually. Travelina awaits the 1-1. Peyton Hewitt, the lefty, comes home out or third. 2-1 as that one just misses outside. So Travelina working up in the count here, looking for a second straight inning with a leadoff base runner for the Commodores. Hewitt struck out walked just 1 batter this year, struck out none, works back even. 2-2. 4 hits allowed by the freshman through 5 innings of work, so about a hit an inning against on Peyton Hewitt. 2-2 home by Hewitt. Ground ball back up the middle. Pendo scoops high. Archer over the head of Bruner. So it's going to be an E6 on Avery Pendo. That looked bad from the get-go out of the hand of Avery Pendo. As Charleroi commits the error for the Charleroi Cougars. That is now the 14th error this season in just the 2nd inning of game number 5. This was a team that expected to actually be really good defensively this year, but it's been a struggle on the defensive side of things for Charleroi. First pitch swinging, Fisher, chopper, Pendo, another opportunity. This time the throw strong as Avery Pendo retires Fisher on the 6-3 on the play. Travelina advances into scoring position. She's out at second with 1 away in the top of the second for Grayson Hartman, the senior shortstop. Grayson struggled at the dish in the season opener. Couple of punch outs. Hewitt comes home. Ball 1 to Hartman. Grayson looking to find a way to even this game up. Travelina out at second, 1 away. 1-0 to Hartman. Hartman fouls one up off the backstop. Count pulls even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1-0 Charleroi here in the top of the 2nd inning. Hoping a full week of games is in order next week. Very unlikely, so make sure you stay tuned to the social medias where we'll be going. Probably going to pick up some more men's volleyball as rain does not affect us covering that. Both TJ McKeesport with some local action. As Hartman ground ball, that one stopped by Pendo. Going to be an infield base knock as Pendo feeling the effects of that sliding stop. Maybe saves a run, but runners at the corners now as an infield single by Grayson. Hartman puts runners at first and third as Avery Pendo, again, a little worse for the wear. Coach Tillman going to come out and check on Avery Pendo. After that infield single, Pendo laying out to try to keep it in the infield. Did just that, but again, Pendo a little worse for the wear. Every ball has went to Pendo so far this inning. As Pendo flexing that left arm out there. Leadoff error allowing Travelina to reach, then a ground out by Fisher. Infield single by Hartman. Avery going to stay in the game, continuing to work on that left shoulder, trying to loosen it back up. Scored the lone run of this affair so far has Avery Pendo. Runners at the corners and on away. Melina Burton, the junior, trying to find a way to bring home the first Commodore run of the afternoon. Runners at the corners, one away. Pitch home to Burton. First pitch swinging, fouled off. Strike one on Burton. One out, runners at the corners. Ball in play, most likely finds a way to tie this one up as that one misses and Hartman swipes second. So 1-1. Runners at second and third after the Hartman steal. It was the first hit of the season for Grayson, that infield single. 1-1 to Burton in the air, right side, dropping down in front and past to Petri Antonio, all the way to the wall. Travelina scores, Hartman scores, Burton into third with a stand-up two-run triple, and the Commodores out in front as Frazier takes a 2-1 lead. Melina Burton, a two-run three-bagger, getting past to Petri Antonio as the freshman unable to haul that one in, a two-run triple. So Frazier bounces back here in inning number 2. Strike one into the 9-hole hitter, Jayana Saferno. Still one out and a runner on third, so the Commodores in prime position to add on here in the top of the second. Jayana Saferno. Multi-sport standout as well for the Commodores. Pitch comes home, Saferno up over top. As the bottom dropped out of that Hewitt pitch. Now 0-2 on Saferno. Got to shorten up, see if she can take something through the middle. Anything past the pitcher, Hewitt should bring home Burton. Pitch comes home. Outside, 1-2 as Saferno able to hold back on that one. One ball, two strikes, one out. Two runs already in for the Commodores here in the top of the second. Pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Down goes Saferno. No time like the present for the first high school strikeout by Peyton Hewart. So Hewart, a huge punch out. That will turn things back to Addison Howes. Howes, a single, was stranded at third last inning. Burton at third after the two-run three-bagger. Howes takes ball one. Burton at third, two down, looking for a two-out knock to get the Commodores a two-run advantage over the Cougars here this afternoon. Charleroi looking for win number 3 on the year in their 5th try. Frazier still looking for their first in just game number 2 as Howes works ahead now 2-0 on the freshman lefty Peyton Hewart. Just the 6th inning of the season for Hewitt. Majority of the starts will go to Bruner, who's over at first base here this afternoon. The hard-throwing junior against Sophia Salaski for so many years. Was the ace of this Charleroi squad. And the Charleroi team didn't have DeYounger last year, but was part of a great graduating class that included DeYounger, Salaski, Jones, Lancey, Stefanik. 3-0 count on Addison House. Right down the pipe as House holds back. Not good enough for her liking. Now 3-1. And you probably have the green light in this situation, but got to be perfect. With 2 outs, runner at third. Pitch comes home. 3-1 line back up the middle, and Addison House helps her own cause. She's now 2 for 2, and the Commodores plate a third. Second hit of the game for Addison House. It's an RBI single scoring Burton. 4th hit of the afternoon for Frazier. Zarensky grounded back to the pitcher Hewitt. Zarensky slap swing foul down the third base line for strike 1. 2 out single. Addison House picking up Jayana Saferno, who struck out with a runner at third and 1 away here this inning before House singled in Burton. 3-1, Frazier leads here, top of the second. Peyton Hewitt, the 0-1. Lined right back up the gut, over the Scoble playing in. That's going to plate at least one. Scoble off the fence picking it up. As into score comes House. Zarensky with the triple. The Commodores, their second triple of the inning, and they've plated 4 here in inning number 2. And Scoble, the center fielder, playing on the edge of the infield dirt with the slap hitter Zarensky, and that one just lined right by her. Addison House touching home for the 4th run of the inning. Now Grace Vaughn, runner at third, 2 down. Pitch by Hewitt. Vaughn takes strike 1. 2 outs, runner at third. Frazier trying to make it a 5-run second. The lefty Hewitt spins one out her third. Beauty of a pitch, and Vaughn now down 0-2. Not much you can do with that, though. Tried probably slap it foul the other way, so it would have been the same result. A lot of spin on that one for the lefty Hewitt. Runner at third, 2 down. 4 have already touched home. Grace Vaughn trying to extend it to 5. Pulls one left side, and a foul ball by a few inches as Grace Vaughn trying to connect with one for the Commodores and extend the advantage to 4. Count stays 0-2 on Grace Vaughn. Runner at third. 2 down, 4 in. As Vaughn in the air, right side, dropping rather quickly, drops down, 2 out, RBI base knock for Vaughn. As the line continues to move, Zarensky touches home. As Grace Vaughn now 1 for 2 with a ribby. And the Commodores have plated 5 now here in the second on 5 more hits. 6 hits already in the game for the Commodores. 9th hitter to come to bat this inning. It's going to be Grace Pacabla. As Pacabla popped out to the shortstop Pendo. Just 1 earned run this inning. That's been the issue for Charleroi this season, is unearned runs. 30 coming into play today. As ground ball back up the gut, the Doors have batted around in the second. A 2-out single by Pacabla, and the Commodores have 2 on with 2 down as we go back to Travelina. Travelina reached on that E6. Travelina scored the tying run. That was an unearned run. And ground out. Hartman's run was the only one and will be the only earned run this inning, as Charleroi should be out of this inning with 2 outs. And an error. Grace Vaughn, 2-out RBI single, bringing home Addison Howes. Or bringing home Zoe Zarensky after the Addison Howes scored on the Zarensky triple. Then back-to-back singles. Vaughn and Pacabla. It all started with an E6. Ground out by Fisher. Infield single by Hartman. 2-run triple by Burton. Strikeout of Ciferno. Then 3 straight hits. Single, triple, single, single. We'll make it 4 straight hits. Strike 1 there. And dealing with a tarp, a paper, a clipboard, and everything else involved. Not always the easiest to see my scorecard. Trying to keep everything out of any rain that may come. As Travelina, ground ball. Vaughn didn't go, as that made an easy decision for Pendo to end the inning on the fielder's choice. Vaughn retired, kind of trying to catch herself into a cat and mouse game. Pendo just goes the short way, 6-5. But Frazier bats around. They score 5 times. They do it on 6 hits in the inning. Up to 7 in the game. There was 1 error, and Frazier strands a couple, but the Doors dominate inning number 2. They have their first lead of the season, and the Commodores lead it by 4 after 1.5 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
1.5 in the books. Commodores plate 5 in the top half of the second inning. Charleroi will bring up 7, 8, 9. Rhea Petri Antonio will lead things off. Then Peyton Hewart and London Powell. And just one of the Commodores' 4 is earned. All thanks to that costly error to start the inning. And Frazier take advantage of the opportunities that are put in front of you, and that's what the Doors did right there. 5 spot in the second. The Petri Antonio, the freshman right fielder. So, right, the Petri Antonio, the freshman. 2:31 on the season for the Southpaw. First pitch, Addison Howes. Misses outside, ball 1. Infield playing in all around for the Doors. The 1-0. Slapped left side, foul, out of play. Count pulls even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. 5 unanswered for the Commodores in the top half after Charleroi took a 1-0 lead in the home half of the first. 1-1 count. Addison Howes toes the rubber, rocks and fires. Bunt shown, stabbed at third base. Fisher watches it spin foul. Now 1-2. Smart play there by Fisher as soon as it got into foul territory, making sure she got the touch. A lot of English on that ball. Could have trickled back down to the right side of the line. Howes back up on the rubber. Addison comes home. Swing and a foul back behind off the wall of grass, and the count stays put at 1-2 on the Petri Antonio. So the Petri Antonio steps back in. Pitch home. Outside count, evens 2-2 by an inch. It is a game of inches there, and Petri Antonio has second life. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter here in the second. Pitch comes home by Howes. Strike 3 looking Addison Howes. Strikes out her second of the afternoon. That's going to bring up Peyton Hewart. 333 on the season for Hewart. So 5-1, Frazier out in front. Peyton Hewart, the freshman pitcher. Ball 1 to Peyton Hewart. Hewart trying to help her own cause after surrendering a 5 spot in the top half of the inning. Wind whipping around here as Howes has that one fouled off. Now count pulls to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-1, Frazier leads here in the home half of inning number 2. 1 on the first for Charleroi, 5 in the second for Frazier. Howes comes home with the 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2, Addison Howes looking for her second punch out of the afternoon. So Addison Howes rocks and deals. 1-2, drops it out of the zone, no chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on with a 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Addison Howes looking for her first 1-2-3 of the afternoon with a 1 out and nobody on. 2-2 count in the air. Left side spoiled off. We'll do it again. Going to get wet for a brief second, then stop for a while, and then be good till 1:15. Swing and some housekeeping. Strikeout 2-3 goes the putout. Back-to-back punch-outs by Addison Howes. So 2 outs and nobody on. London Powell, the freshman. Again, we're just on the precipice of a small cell hitting us here weather-wise. As strike 1 on Powell. Be gone as quickly as it comes. Then should be good to about 1:45 before anything else would touch down here. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Howes working quickly in the second. London Powell, the freshman, 167 on the campaign. Howes toes the rubber. The 0-2 by Howes. Swing and a miss. Addison Howes strikes out the side in order. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. 4 punch-outs now for Addison Howes. And the Commodores lead it 5-1 after 2 right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Defensive substitution in the outfield, or at least defensive switch, I should say. As Scoble moves from center to left. To Petri Antonio. Now out ranging center field. So the right and left fielder switch things up for Charleroi. Frazier coming off a 5-run second where they brought 10 Commodores to the plate. It's going to be Fisher leading things off here in inning number 3. So messy scorecard with the Doors batting around in the second, plating 5. Just 1 run earned against Peyton Hewitt as the freshman comes home with it. Strike 1 to Morgan Fisher. Fisher, first trip to the dish, grounded out to the shortstop Avery Pendo. On that play, Travelina would advance into scoring position, eventually come around to score the tying run for the Commodores. Peyton Hewitt rocks and deals 0-1. Chopper, Hewitt up with it on to Bruner. 1 up, 1 down. As Fisher goes down without a fight, 1-3 the retirement here in the top of the third. That's going to turn things over to Hartman. Infield single scored the go-ahead run for the Commodores this afternoon. Nobody on, 1 away. Grayson Hartman at the dish. Hewitt rocks, comes home. Hartman takes out her third. There's ball 1 on Grayson Hartman. 5-1 Frazier leads. 7 hits for the Commodores. Hartman off the fence. 1-1, 1 out. 5-1 lead for the Frazier here in inning number 3, top half of the third. A little bit of spit falling from the sky. Sun out as well, though. And looked like it'd be quick moving and then give us about an hour of relief. Infield in pristine condition, even with all the rain we've had over the last few days, as Hartman takes. 2-1 now on Grayson. Nobody on. 1 away here in the top of the third. Scoreless in the first for Frazier. Picked up 5 in the second. Peyton Hewitt. 2-1 up high. So Grayson hitters count at 3-1. Nobody on, 1 away. Top of the third inning, Frazier looking to add on to their already 4-run advantage over the Cougars. Hewitt comes home with it. Hartman takes, count full, now 3-2. As Grayson looking to create a bit of a 1-out rally for the Commodores. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 away. 5-run second for Frazier has them up by 4. Count full, 3-2 with 1 out here in inning number 3. 7th pitch of the AB by Hewitt to Hartman. As the lefty looking to finish off the senior. Payoff pitch again in her third. Strike 3, drop third straight as Stringer Smith with some 2-3 housekeeping will complete the K. And there's out number 2, so 2 up, 2 quickly down for the Commodores here in the third. Burton a triple, 2 runs batted in. First trip to the dish, sent one in the opposite field, got down in front of DePetri Antonio. And all the way to the fence for a 2-run triple. And DePetri Antonio now out in center. Switching spots with Scoble. First pitch swinging, fouled off left side. Strike 1 on Burton, looking to pick up her second hit of the afternoon. Well, some positive news. The cell did break directly in half that was supposed to hit us. Half went below, half went above. As Burton check swing right side, foul. So maybe we will get some more relief here for the time being. And with that cell splitting, I think maybe good till about 1:45, maybe another hour or so with just a light drizzle to worry about here and there. And as Burton spoils off another, stays alive. Burton trying to prevent a 1-2-3 inning for Hewitt for the first time today. Grounds one through the left side past a diving Pendo. And Burton now 2 for 2 for the Commodores, and that will turn things to Gianna Saferno. And, you know, worst case scenario, what that does if you're Frazier, who gets their 8th hit of the afternoon through 2 2/3 innings. Worst case scenario, if you're the Commodores, you have your leadoff hitter leading off the 4th inning. Frazier, of course, would love to have Howes come to bat here this inning and possibly add on against Charleroi and Hewitt. Peyton Hewitt, the freshman, comes home with it. Gets away, Burton takes off. Stringer Smith's throw down is not in time. Pitch in the dirt, and Burton takes advantage. Great throw by Stringer Smith, just unable to nab the runner. Runner at second. 2 away, Gianna Saferno struck out looking back in the second. 2-0 now on Gianna. Or struck out swinging, I should say, back in the second. Nonetheless, Saferno will look to right the ship here. Runner at second. 2 outs, 2-0 count here on Gianna Saferno. Struck out on 3 pitches in the second. Saferno laces one left side foul for strike 1. The 9-hole hitter trying to get the Commodores their 6th run of the afternoon. See if she can send something towards the power alleys. A lot of room out in left center. That one bounces. Stringer Smith keeps it in front. And the count now 3-1. Saferno working up ahead. Hitter count with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Again, plenty of room out in that left center field gap if Gianna can send one that way. 3-1. Saferno takes. Strike 3 was called, but 3-2. So full count, runner at second, 2 away, 5-1 Frazier leads here, top of the 3rd. Hewitt toes the rubber. Payoff pitch to Gianna Saferno, and that one plunks Saferno in the dome. That's a way to earn 60 feet and earn the bag. Hit by pitch. Saferno will trot down to first, so 2 on and 2 out for the Commodore leadoff hitter Addison Howes, who's 2 for 2 on the afternoon. An RBI and a run scored for Addison Howes. So Addison 2 singles up the middle so far. Charleroi not shading that way, even though that's where Howes went twice. As Howes sends it the same way as ranging in, and with the basket grab to Petri Antonio will end the inning. It's an F8 retiring Howes. No runs, a hit, no errors. Frazier strands 2 more, and we have now played 2.5. Your score, the Commodores 5, the Cougars 1. Right here on MVI Live. Also, while we have this moment, just a great time to give you a reminder that this weekend, April 4th through, or this upcoming week, I should say, April 4th through the 6th, make sure you check out the Mon Valley Home Show 2025. As this upcoming weekend, April 4th through the 6th, it's the 2025 Mon Valley Home Show. And, you know, go out, check out all the great vendors that will be there and see what, you know, you can do for your home. The 2025 Mon Valley Home Show going to be at the CFS Bank Event Center, 111 Gallatin Road in Rostraver. April 4th through the 6th. It's the 2025 Mon Valley Home Show as 5-1 Frazier on top as we head to the home half here of inning number 3 with the Commodores set to face the top of the Cougar lineup. Pendo scored the lone Charleroi run of the afternoon, walked, stole second, advanced from second to home on a flyout. One 0 on Avery Pendo. Five-1 Frazier on top. Pendo pops one. Loops up over the first base dugout for strike one on Avery Pendo. Addison House has surrendered one run today. Giving up just one hit, struck out 4. Bunt shown. Pendo stabs it. Third. Vaughn. Strong throw in tied to Saferno covering. So 5-4 the retirement of Pendo. 1 up, 1 down. 5 in a row set down by the sophomore Addison House. Scoble struck out looking back in inning number 1. First of 4. Blouse drove in the lone run of the game. That's her 8th of the season. Swinging bunt. Vaughn, another opportunity. Throw is strong to Burton. And 2 up, 2 down on a pair of ground outs to Grace Vaughn quickly. Cougars down to their final out of the 3rd. Ariana Blouse. Blouse, fly out to the right fielder Zarensky. Pendo scored from second on that play. Strike 1 by Addison Howes. Howes, libero on the volleyball team for the Commodores as well. As Blouse laces on out to left, drops off the glove of Anderson. Quickly fires it into Hartman. It's a 2-out base knock by the sophomore Blouse. So a 2-out opposite field single by Blouse makes it a runner at first with 2 down. And that's going to turn things over to Lila Bruner. Bruner, single stranded at second in the first. Lila, 500 hitter, 1 long ball, 7 ribbies on the ear. That one rolls. Fisher, snap throw back to first, wide of the bag. Burton did a good job keeping that in front and preventing Blouse from advancing any further up. So 1-0 count here as a skidder to the dish on Lila Bruner. Bruner with a big bat can make this a 2-run game in a hurry. Especially short porch all around here at Charleroi. As Bruner, chopper, Addison House, none of that she'll say. As 1-3 goes the retirement. Bruner set down. No runs, another hit, no errors. Charleroi strands 1. The 3rd inning has come to a close and the Commodores lead by 4 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
2-3 for Zarensky, Vaughn, and Pocabla do up here this inning for the Commodores, who already have a lead of 5-1. As the wind whipping a little bit here with the doors on top and at the dish. Zarensky grounded back to the pitcher. Hewart back in the first. Tripled in a run and scored the last Commodore run. That was in the second. Now batting here in the fourth. Outfield playing in. The lefty Hewart comes home. Zarensky swinging a miss, strike one. (5-1) Frazier out in front. Zarensky looking for a leadoff knock. Commodores have had the leadoff runner in, and as Zarensky bunts that one foul. Frazier's had the leadoff runner on in 2 of the 3 innings thus far this afternoon, looking to make it 3 of 4 as Zarensky down on the count 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Peyton Hewart, the freshman southpaw, comes home with it. Zarensky in the field, in the air, opposite field. That's going to drop down. Zarensky will head into second. Standing throw gets away. Backed up, though, by the right fielder Scoble. Will prevent an advancement. Second extra base hit for Zoe Zarensky. A triple, now a double. And there's the third inning with a leadoff base runner for the Commodores. They've collected 9 hits here in this game. And we're just in the 4th inning. Third extra base hit of the afternoon for Frazier. Vaughn singled, RBI. He's retired on a fielder's choice, and Vaughn launches it. A no-doubter, Grace Vaughn. 2-run long ball, and the Commodores add on it 7-1. As Grace Vaughn, a missile over the left field fence. Back-to-back hits to start, and Grace Vaughn hits the first homer of the year for Frazier. Run 6 and 7, a 2-run bomb by Grace Vaughn. 3 ribbies on the afternoon now for Vaughn. So 10 long balls, or 10 hits on the afternoon for the Commodores, and we're going to see a changing of the guard, I believe, for Charleroi's Coach Tillman coming out and at least adjusting the circle. I think Lila Bruner maybe going to come into the dot for Charleroi as Hewart gave up 1 earned run in that 5-run second. Well, there's 2 more as the Commodores stretch the lead up to 6. A no-doubter by Vaughn. Talked about the short porch, and you could see it off the bat as Hewart going to actually stay out on. Just a quick adjustment. Frazier up by 6. They brought the bats here this afternoon, something they didn't do in their opener. So clean sheet, though, with 2 runs aboard. Ocabla singled. Also popped out to the shortstop in her 2 trips to the dish. Frazier leads by 6 in the 4th. As that one low and away, ball 1. On Ocabla after the Vaughn long ball. Frazier up by 6, 7 total through 4. Hewart, the 1-0, but Ocabla goes chasing. 1-1 now, nobody out, nobody on. 2 runners have touched home here in this one. From 5-1 to 7-1. As Ocabla holds back, now 2-1 on the cleanup hitter for the Commodores, with the bases empty. Nobody out. 2 already in this inning. Pitch comes home as Ocabla goes chasing. 2-2. Hasn't seen one in the zone from Hewart yet at this AB. It could have been a free pass after the long ball, but now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ocabla still at the dish against Hewart. 2-2 by Hewart, as turned on down the third base line and foul as that one got in on the hands on the sophomore center fielder. Just 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Frazier. 2 juniors, the rest sophomores or freshmen. Would add another senior in the lineup with Bednar before that injury. 2-2 still on. Pulkabla, pitch comes home. Grace skies it right side. Might get out of play, it will, as Lila Bruner gave it a look, but nothing more. So Pulkabla 2-2 count against the lefty. Comes home with it. Skied back up over the top. 7th pitch of the AB coming to Grace Pulkabla. Leadoff double by Zarensky, then a 2-run shot by Vaughn. Commodores as a team have hit for the cycle this afternoon. As Pulkabla lines one towards the power alley. That one skips off the likes of DePetri Antonio. And it's a 2-bagger for Pulkabla. Three extra base hits this inning for Frazier. Double, home run, double. Travelina reached on an error, grounded into a fielder's choice, now a base knock. And here comes the likes of Pulkabla ranging in without a throw. It's an RBI single by Travelina. And it's a 3-run fourth for the Commodores, still with nobody out. All but one Commodore has reached base so far this afternoon. Twelve hits for Frazier here in the 4th inning. Morgan Fisher, the lone door not to get on base, looking to change that here. First pitch swinging out to Scoble, and Scoble makes the diving grab. A little almost out of the reach of Scoble, but an F9 retires Fisher, preventing her from staying on the base pass. Scoble kind of a bit of a misread, then charges towards the line, had it almost snow cone out of the glove, but able to hang on for out number 1. And thinking that was going to get down, Travelina, no chance of tagging. Hartman, infield single, run scored, and a strikeout looking on a pitch on the inner third. Just 1 out, 3 runners in. Frazier by 7 here in the 4th. Strike 1 in there to Vaughn, as pulling the strings on that one was the lefty Hewitt. Burton on deck. She's 2 for 2 with a run scored and 2 runs driven in. Oh, 1 to Hartman. Grayson, right side, out of play. 0-2 now on the senior shortstop. Double, home run, double. RBI single, then a flyout. So runner at first, 1 away, 0-2 here on Grayson Hartman. Hartman in the air, right side. Scoble, few steps back, ball meets glove. Back-to-back flyouts to the senior Emma Scoble. 2 away, runner still stays at first in Travelina. 8 different Commodores have hits this afternoon. Or 7 have hits, 8 have been on base. First pitch, Burton takes ball 1. One on, 2 down. Outside. Wind whipping. And three-run inning for Frazier. Even though it looks like it's coming, my phone and radar saying we still should have 45 minutes. Hopefully, as a little looper over Pendo, 3 for 3 is Burton. And a wide throw at third. Both runners will advance. So Travelina at third, Burton now at second. Triple and 2 singles for Burton. With 2 outs for Jayana Saferno. Struck out, was hit by a pitch up high last time.
Come on, Jay, let's go.
Pitch to Saferno again. 2 times in the head. Saferno will trot down 60 feet to first, and they're loaded for Addison House. So the Commodores have batted around for the second time, or at least bringing the 9th batter to the plate for the second time this afternoon. Addison House, couple of singles. Little cell has popped up. Should get wet for about 5 minutes if it sticks, and then it will be gone.
Let's go, Addie, you got this.
So Addison House at the dish. Bases full of doors, 2 away. Ball 1 outside. Frazier by 6 here in the 4th. As Howes lines it up the middle, that's gonna plate 1. As they play the station game, it's an RBI single by Addison Howes. As rain's starting to whip down Zarensky. We're going to pull all that stuff off, and I'm going to move the tarp down over the laptop. So bases loaded. 8-1, or 9-1 Frazier leads. Bases full of Commodores. Pitch comes home, Zarensky. Takes low. So Zarensky. Bases loaded, pitch comes home, Zarensky swing and a miss. 1-1. Burton at third. Saferno at second. Pitch comes home. Zarensky out to center, ranging back over the head of Travelina. As that's going to plate 1, 2, throw home, and in time to end the inning as Howes retired at home. It's now 11-1. Frazier on top. As we'll head to the bottom of the 4th, take a break, come back right here on MVI Live. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Back here from Charleroi High School. We'll play one more spot, come back, and actually have this inning for you. Try to clean off the camera or maybe give you that angle. But we'll be right back. 11-1, Frazier 3 outs away from victory.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by.
First pitch, Addison Howes. That one misses. Zoe Charlton. Pitch by Howes. Chopper. Third base. Grace Vaughn. A dart across a little high. No problem. One up, one down. 5-3 goes the putout. Again, expecting this cell to be gone as quickly as it comes. Right now, the laptop's staying dry. That's all we care about. So if we do go off the air, that means the laptop is not staying dry, and we have bigger issues and bigger fish to fry. 5-3 retirement. Now pitch comes home. As Addison Howes fires another one in. Nora Stringer-Smith in a 1-1 count. Pitch to Howes, or by Howes to Stringer-Smith. That one misses. 2-1 count on Stringer-Smith. One out, nobody on here in the fourth. Pitch by Howes, that one misses. 3-1 now the count. Pitch by Howes, ball 4, and it's a one-out base runner. Expected about 5 more minutes of this. One on, one out. As DePetri Antonio to Vaughn. Vaughn goes the short way for one, fielder's choice. So a runner at first and now 2 down. Now it's Peyton Hewart. Takes strike 1. One on, 2 down. Ground out walk, fielder's choice. Fouled off. Now to play. The golf umbrella providing a lot of good coverage for me right now, and the tarp. So, yeah, I'm glad that we can still be on the air. I think I've now used this golf umbrella more at baseball, softball games than I've actually used it on the golf course. Two outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Frazier leads by 10. Pitch by House, fouled up. As weather has presided for the time being. Pitch comes home. Backstop rattles on to second in safely on the wild pitch. The Petri Antonio. So 2 outs, runner at second. Pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Addison Howes with the punch out to end the frame. We'll head to the 5th. The Doors out in front by 10. 3 outs away from Frazier, ending this one early. Charlton grounded out to Vaughn. Stringer Smith walked. It was a fielder's choice that went 6-4. And then on the wild pitch, Petri Antonio to second. Strikeout of Hewart for the final out of the inning. Frazier, 5 in the second, scored 6 in the 4th. Now on to the 5th we go. Frazier does not have to plate another run. And that will send us to the conclusion of this one as we'll step aside, come back, possibly the final inning of work right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Well, back here from Charleroi as we hit the top of the 5th after a rainy home half of the 4th. And Grace Vaughn at the dish, sun peeking back up. And the equipment did not break, so I'm happy. Yeah, nothing worse did 2+ hours at Plum. Actually, 2+ games at Plum, I should say, in the pouring down rain about 4 years ago. 1-1 to Grace Vaughn.
Hey, you're good, Grace.
Vaughn, 3 runs batted in, 2 hits. Pitch to Grace in the air, right side. Going to be a tough play, and ranging in, making the grab, retiring Vaughn, is the senior right fielder Scoble. So in F9, Scoble retires Vaughn, who has 3 runs batted in and a run scored. Pacabla, first pitch swinging, ground ball, left side, third. 5-3. Down goes Pacabla. She's now 2 for 4. Travellina, an error and a run scored. RBI single and a run scored.
Let's go, Emmy. Come on, you got it. No dipping. Let's go, Emmy. You got it.
First pitch, Hewart misses outside. The rain and all, an hour, 21 minutes in.
Come on, Emmy.
Frazier, 16 hits. Addison Howes has surrendered a pair. She struck out 5. As they're going to let Hewart relace the knots.
Let's go, Emmy. You got it.
Nobody on, 2 away. Frazier has not been set down in order yet this afternoon. Travellina trying to keep that trend alive.
Hey, you're on it. You got it.
1-1. 2 down here in the 5th. Frazier on the precipice of their opening win of the season. 2-1 now. Pitch comes home in the air, right side, gets out of play. 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on. 10-run game here in the top of the 5th. Ewert comes home, the 2-2 offering. Travelina laces it out to center. That one hits off the fence. She'll head for 2 in standing, as it's a 2-out, 2-bagger for Travelina. 17 hits for Frazier today. Fisher the lone door not to reach base today. 6 extra base hits make it 7 now for Frazier. 2 triples, home run. 17 hits in the game. Fisher takes ball 1. Hartman 1 for 3's on deck. You know, you're up by 10 here if you're Frazier, but you kind of do want to add at least 1 more on. That means you can give up 1 at worst and still end it. As Fisher, a roller back to the circle. That won't be the case. On 3, Fisher retired, or going to be a foul ball, which is kind of what I thought first, but everyone started running. Order went in motion. So Travelina back to second after a 2-out, 2-bagger. Travelina, some insurance in a 10-run game, but again, insurance for the mercy rule. As Fisher in the air, right side, deep towards the line, and foul over the Charleroi tarp. Fisher sent one that way last time she went to the dish, and it was in and out and in the glove of Scobo to end it. One on, 2 down, 1-2 here on Fisher. As Fisher chops it right back up the middle, as rounding Travelina, she'll come in to score. Fisher, her first hit, first RBI, and the Commodores lead by 11. So every Commodore now has reached base. Hartman 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ewert comes home. Strike 1. And Morgan Fisher first hit. All 9 Commodores have reached base. 8 Frazier batters have hits today. As Hartman loops it over Pendo, an RBI for Hartman, as coming in to touch home is Fisher, and the Commodores add a 13th. First ribby for Grayson. She's now 2 for 4. And 8, but as I was saying, 8 Commodores have hits. One's been hit twice in the head. That was Saferno, but she's also scored a run. Burton, 3 for 3, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. Pitch to Burton, chopper up the middle, Pendo off of her, and it's going to go a fielder's choice, 6-4, as Pendo able to just slide it to Blouse. 6-4, the retirement Commodores add a pair. They do it on 3 straight 2-out hits, and they strand one runner, and we are 3 outs away from a conclusion as we head to the bottom of the 5th right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Back here on MVI Live, it's a 13-1 Frazier advantage. (9-1-2) for the Cougars as London Powell lines out to center, 1 up, 1 down. So 1 up, 1 down. Now Pendo, strike 1. As Pendo holds back. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss. Howes comes home. That one misses to Avery Pendo. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Cougars got to get at least a couple here. Got it down to 9. Full count now on Pendo. Pendo walked, scored a run. It was 1-0 Charleroi after 1. Frazier, 5 in the 2nd, 6 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. And we're going to have a quick post game just with more weather on the way as Pendo pops it up right side. Pocabla shades towards right and makes the grab on the F8. So 2 retirements by the center fielder, Pocabla. So Pocabla, a pair of flyouts to her. Now Scoble. Howes, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. Scoble slaps it left side foul there, strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now on the senior Scoble. Pitch comes home. Outside and away, now 1-2. Addison House rocks and deals, pitch home, swing and a miss. Addison House, strikeout number 6 to end the afternoon. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. A 2-hit dandy by Addison House, and the Commodores a 12-run victory here today as Frazier finishes off Charleroi after falling behind 1-0. We'll come back. Lions Heart Media, player of the game right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Back here, the Commodores' domination here this afternoon as Frazier with a 13-1 victory. As Frazier now 1-1 on the season. Charleroi falls to 2-3. Hewart gets the loss, goes 5 innings, 13 runs, 9 earned, 19 hits, 1 strikeout. Addison Howes gets the win, now 1-1, 5 innings, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, walked 3. Your Lions Heart Media player of the game, Zoe Zarensky, the freshman, going 3 for 4, driving in 3 with a triple and 2 doubles, scoring 2 runs as well. Zoe Zarensky is your Lions Heart Media player of the game here this afternoon on MVI Live with a triple, 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in, and also scored a couple of runs for the Commodores, who are now on the season 1-1. Charleroi, they will be back in action at Uniontown on Monday. On the other side of things for Frazier, all tentatively versus Mount Pleasant on the 2nd, but again, we'll wait to see what happens weather-wise, kind of how things get shifted around in this upcoming week. Zoe Zarensky, your Lions Heart Media player of the game, 3 for 4, 3 extra base hits, 3 runs driven in, and 2 runs scored. Frazier was down 1-0 after 1 as Avery Pendo scored from second on a fly ball to right field by Blouse, making it 1-0. Charleroi. Frazier would come up in the 2nd and dominate. Leadoff error, then a ground out infield single by Hartman, 2-run triple by Burton, and then a strikeout by Ciferno. That's when the floodgates opened. RBI single by Howes, RBI triple by Zarensky, and an RBI single by Vaughn. And the Commodores would lead it 5-1 after 2. That would take it into the 4th inning where Frazier would add 6 more runs. Leadoff double by Zarensky, 2-run shot by Grace Vaughn, double by Pulcabla, then an RBI single by Travelina. Fisher was retired on an F9, Hartman was as well, but then Burton, Ciferno would both reach on a single and hit by pitch. RBI single by Howes, and then a double by Zarensky before the 2-run double by Zarensky would get the Commodores up 11-1. Frazier would add insurance in the 5th. After back-to-back outs, a double, a RBI single by Fisher, then the RBI single by Hartman. Frazier added 2 more as the Commodores, 13 runs overall. Charleroi won in the first, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base for the Commodores. 13 runs, 19 hits, 7 left on base with 7 extra base hits here today for Frazier. They're now 1-1. Charleroi now 2-3. Zarensky, your Lions Heart Media player of the game. That will do it for us here on MVI Live. We'll see you next time right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. Frazier 13, Charleroi 1 here this Saturday afternoon for some high school baseball as the Commodores knock off the Cougars right here on MVI Live.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.